Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zachley, back bringing you some more daily NBA recaps. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, but we got a heck of a lot to talk about going on in the NBA today, so let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into this. Let's go. And the first thing we gotta talk about is the Houston Rockets once again beating the Denver Nuggets, and all I can say about this is Denver, yo, you had better hope that someone takes care of the Houston Rockets in the playoffs, because if these two teams had to meet, I don't think it would end so well for the Denver Nuggets, because so far this season, they just haven't been able to handle the Houston Rockets. Me personally, I think it's because of the pace that both the Rockets and the Nuggets play with, and the Nuggets are trying to beat the Rockets at their own game type of thing, so I just think it's a very bad matchup for the Denver Nuggets. However, James Harden in this game was once again terrific. 38 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. However, someone who I think deserves a heck of a lot more credit for the Houston Rockets is Clint Capella. I really like the way this guy plays the game. He plays so hard. He hustles all the time, and he always puts himself in the right position to be able to score off a Chris Paul or James Harden assist. I seriously don't think Clint Capella gets enough credit for what he does for the Houston Rockets. Next up, the Milwaukee Bucks were able to beat the Los Angeles Clippers behind huge nights from both Giannis Antetokounmpo as well as Chris Middleton. Giannis finished the game with 34 points while Middleton had 39 points on the night. That duo was clearly too much for the Clippers to handle last night. However, even though the Clippers lost this game, can we all just take a second to appreciate how good this team has been so far this season? They're still in contention to land a top seed in the Western Conference, even though they don't have a star player. Yeah, a team in the Western Conference without a star player is a contender to land a top spot. That's insane. It just shows you how hard this Clipper team plays, and also how great of a coach they have in Doc Rivers. One player that I want to talk about in particular when it comes to the Los Angeles Clippers, though, is probably the most underrated or under the radar rookie this season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The kid, well, he hasn't been putting up any flashy numbers for the most part. He hasn't been doing something like a Luka Doncic or Trae Young has been doing, but overall he's just been extremely solid for a rookie, averaging 10.5 points, around 3 rebounds and 3 assists per game. However, he's also shooting 47% from the field and just about 37% from 3. This is a rookie. The level of maturity that he already shows out there on the basketball court, the level of constraint, his willing play just to do whatever it takes to get the Clippers a win in his rookie season, is really having a terrific rookie season. And as for the Clippers, there's been some talk about them possibly landing a star player this summer, and if the Los Angeles Clippers, if they keep this core that they have now, this great supporting cast that they'll have, as well as the head coach in Doc Rivers, and they land a star player, well, they'll easily be one of the top teams in the Western Conference next season, and it might not even be too much longer until they break their curse of not even making it to the Western Conference Finals. The San Antonio Spurs held the official jersey retirement for Manu Ginobili last night, and now's my chance to come clean about my views on Manu Ginobili. There was the longest time as an NBA fan where I absolutely hated Manu Ginobili. I couldn't stand Ginobili because of what he did to my Pistons in the 05 NBA Finals. After that, I could not stand the guy. However, as his career went on, as I grew as an NBA fan and learned to appreciate the greatness that he really was, of course I have nothing but admiration and respect for Manu Ginobili. So well done on his fantastic career. He'll be in the Hall of Fame very soon, and yeah, congratulations to Manu. As for the Spurs, they better had won this game. There's no way that you can let Manu's jersey get retired on a night where you lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so it's good that they got the 116-110 win behind DeMar DeRozan, his 25 points and 8 assists. Alright, so Boban Marjanovic is literally the most unstoppable player in the NBA now. In case you haven't been knowing what's going on with this Boban phenomenon, the man's been hitting threes now. Yeah, Boban Marjanovic, the guy who's 8 feet 15 inches tall, is now hitting threes. That's beyond scary. And because of Boban as well as Embiid, the Sixers were able to get the pretty easy win over the Brooklyn Nets. Embiid once again dominant with 39 points and 10 rebounds. I was scared coming into this game. Coming into the Pistons versus Magic game, I was terrified because if the Pistons would have lost the game to the Orlando Magic, it would have put them on the brink of not being in the playoffs at all. Matter of fact, I think they would have been the 9th seed had they lost this game. So they won, and because they won, they are now the 6th 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, whereas the Orlando Magic have now fallen out of the playoff picture. There still are a few games left in the season though, so any Orlando fans out there, your hope is still very much alive of just making the playoffs. It's really gonna be a battle between you guys and the Miami Heat. One quick side note though to any NBA team out there, don't make Wayne Ellington mad. Yeah, if you make Wayne Ellington mad, he'll just turn around and drain 5 straight threes on your head. That's what he did to the Orlando Magic in yesterday's game after him and DJ Augustin got into it a little bit heading into halftime. After that, the man didn't miss anymore. Finished the game with 25 points. Julius Randle's big night of 34 points and 10 rebounds get the Pelicans the very narrow win over the Sacramento Kings. And even though Julius Randle has been terrific, he's been phenomenal all season long, there's a different player that we had to talk about on the New Orleans Pelicans here. We had to talk about the man Christian Wood. Now, over the past 2 games, he has come literally out of nowhere and has been having just monster game after monster game. Last night in this win, he had 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals. And in the Pelicans' last game in which they lost, he still played extremely well, had an even better game than he had against the Sacramento Kings when he had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 3 steals. Now, this guy rarely played all season long. Matter of fact, in his career, he's barely ever been on the basketball court. So for him to string together back-to-back performances like this, it makes you have to keep an eye out for Christian Wood and the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm definitely going to be seeing what the buzz is about during their next game. And if he has another game like this in the Pelicans' next game, then we might have a new Woodsanity on our hands, even though it's kind of late into the season for that. Well, this is probably one of the most boring games you could ever watch. The Raptors pummeled the Knicks. It wasn't close in any sense of the word. Like, this game was over before it started. Yeah, one bright spot for the Knicks, though, I suppose, was Mitchell Robinson. He's been one of the bright spots all season long, but yesterday he was so close to his first 2020 game. He had 19 points and 21 rebounds, while Pascal Siakam continued to play great for Toronto with 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And for the last game of the day, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the Miami Heat are back in the A seed of the Eastern Conference. Goran Dragic leading the Heat to the win over the Dallas Mavericks with 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists. That though was actually going to cover everything that we gotta talk about today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, go ahead and destroy that like button, as well as make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with post notifications turned on so you can stay up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis. Thank you once again for watching though. You guys already know that you are the real MVPs, but with that being said, until next time, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!